Dreamscape presents The Stuff That Never Happened by Maddie Dawson. Narrated by Teri Linden. Members SAG-AFTRA. 1. 2005. I started crying at Crescenti's yesterday over by the frozen foods. This was not cinematic, attractive weeping either. It was full frontal, nose running, eyes streaming near blubbering. I had to pull my card over to the side of the meat case while I searched through the lint in my coat pocket for a tissue. I could not begin to tell you why this happened now, except to say that it's February in New Hampshire, which, if you ask me, might be reason enough to break down. It's been 6 months since Nikki went off to college and Sophie got married, and somehow on an ordinary Monday afternoon at the supermarket it all caught up with me. I'd made it through Christmas all right, and the first anniversary of my mother's death, and then through the season's first 18 snowstorms. And suddenly, I was crying about all of it, how life is never going to be the same as it was when the children were home, and how Grant has never forgiven me for stuff that happened 26 years ago, and how I have somehow gotten to be almost 50 years old, and all I have to show for it is a bunch of picture books. Picture books. That makes them sound dignified, like art perhaps. But I'm talking board books. The kind with animals dressed up like people, pigs in dresses, an aardvark who wears plaid scarves. I've just finished illustrating a book about a mama squirrel trying to get her babies to go to bed. And you know the weird part? The thing that Grant would never believe? I love this mother squirrel. I love the fact that I painted her wearing a yellow workout suit and that when she was nestled on her little couch reading to her babies, she looked radiantly happy in a very non-rodent way. Remembering that, I had to put my hand over my mouth so the sobs wouldn't escape. "Mrs. McKay?" said the boy behind the meat counter. Not a boy. He's a man, really. He was one of Sophie's friends. He had been at our house dozens of times over the years, one of the hordes of young people who were always there playing basketball in the driveway, skating on the pond, eating dinner, even sleeping over. He had the lead in the school play the year Sophie was a sophomore. Brad, that's his name. Brad Simeon. And because young people should not have to see the older generation falling apart and guess what's in store for themselves, I straightened myself up out of the collapsed crazy lady position. He smiled, wanted to know if I was okay. Perhaps the pork chops weren't to my satisfaction. I looked down at the package of 2 thin gray pork chops I was holding in my hand and actually laughed.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?